I'm going to show you a category, and all you've got to do is write down a correct answer in that category, OK? Just has to be any correct answer in the category you're about to see, and you'll get a point, unless somebody else writes down the same right answer as you, OK? And we call it the rich list because I also have a tablet, and I'm also going to be writing down an answer, and if you get the same as me, you won't get a point, OK?
Ah, OK.
Here is your first category. We're looking for the name of any US presidents with unique first names. So first names that no other president has. And that's as listed on the White House website. So write down a US president with a unique first name and try and avoid what everybody else is saying.
How many can we write down?
1. What do you think at home? See if you can guess one as well, see if you can avoid what we're all saying here. Chizzy, what are you saying?
So I originally said J. Edgar Hoover. Was he a president? No, good. And I changed it to somebody who's very, obviously, the most obvious one. So I thought nobody else is going to go for the obvious one.
Oh, clever.
I hope.
Barack. Interesting. Is that a correct answer? Have there been 2 Baracks? No, just the one. Well done, Chizzy. Miles, what have you gone for?
I've gone for Calvin Coolidge.
You've gone old school.
Very clever.
Gone old school. Is that the only Calvin? It is the only Calvin. Well done, Miles. Ellie, what have you gone for?
I went for the obvious one too, because no one else would have done it.
Oh, Baracks. Unfortunately, neither of you gains a point. And Mole, what have you gone for?
Woodrow Wilson.
Is that correct? It is. So a point to Miles and a Mole, unless I have written the same as one of you, which I have. I genuinely didn't think anyone would do quite such a deep cut into the American
Woodrow,
presidents. Mole, I'm so sorry.
You're joking.
I've written Calvin Coolidge.
Hey!
Sorry, Miles. That's weird.
Would Abraham have got a point?
Yeah.
Well done at home if you said any of these and avoided ours. Abraham,
Donald.
Benjamin, Chester, Donald, Dwight, Gerald, Grover, Harry, Herbert. There's the Hoover president, Herbert.
Oh, yeah.
Lyndon, Martin, Millard,
Right,
Richard,
of
Ronald.
course. Wow.
Rutherford, Theodore, Thomas, Ulysses, Warren, Woodrow and Zachary. Well done if you said one of those. Write me down an answer for this, please. We are looking for countries that have hosted the FIFA World Cup but never won it.
This is specifically Men's World Cup.
It is, yeah. What do you think at home? You got this one? Miles, what have you gone for?
Gone for USA.
Ah, USA, that must be right, surely. Is that a correct answer? It is, well done. You get yourself a point. For now. Ellie, what are you saying?
Total guess, Japan.
Japan, says Ellie. Is that right? Very well played. Nicely done. Amal.
This is so annoying, because I was going to do USA, but I did Japan.
Oh!
The thing is, I wrote Japan and South Korea, and I thought I need to have... But I can only have one, right? So.
Yeah, correct. Chizzy, what are you saying?
Korea.
Korea, says Chizzy. Is that a correct answer? I'll give you that, South Korea.
Yeah, it can't be North, let's be honest.
So, that means Chizzy and Miles, you get a point, unless I've written down the same as one of you. South Africa is what I wrote down, so you both get yourself a point. Well done. Let's take a look at the answers you could have given. Chile, Mexico, Russia, Sweden and Switzerland were the ones we hadn't said there, so very well done if you said any of those. Final question in this round. Write me down an answer for this, please. UK representatives at the Eurovision Song Contest from 2000 to 2019 inclusive. Anyone who represented UK in the finals of the Eurovision Song Contest?
Could we put Graham Norton?
No.
Oh.
I've got quite an embarrassingly encyclopedic knowledge of the UK's entries in Eurovision.
Do you want to share them?
Not really. It wouldn't help, would it? Because you don't want to get the same answers.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Have a little think at home. Ellie, who have you gone for?
Now, I think this is right, or it was a dream I had.
OK.
Katie Price.
Katie Price. Is that a correct answer? It is not. She did the Song for Europe where she tried to get to Eurovision. But she didn't make it to Eurovision, I'm afraid. Nice try. Amal.
I just know this is wrong, but I couldn't leave a blank screen. One Direction.
One Direction, is that right? It's not, I'm afraid. Yeah. Shizzy?
I think this is wrong. I think it's too late.
Sonia, is that correct? 1993, Sonia.
Ugh.
Miles, would be the only person to get a point.
I think Katrina and the Waves.
Is that correct? Sorry, too early.
2000.
97, Katrina and the Waves. So it
does the
literally
time
is
go?
moot what I wrote down. Which I wrote down, famously got 0 point, Gemini.
Gemini.
That was a tough.
That was a tough one. Let's take a look at the answers you could have given. Some blasts from the past here. Well done at home if you said Andy Abraham, Blue, Ollie Tyler, Daz Sampson, Electro Velvet, Engelbert Humperdinck, Jade Ewan, James Fox, Javine, there's Gemini, Jessica Garlick, Joe and Jake, Josh, Lindsay D. A lot of J's, aren't there? Lucy Jones, Michael Rice, who was 2019, Molly, Nikki French, Scooch and Suri. Well done if you said any of those and avoided our answers here. Sorry if you said Gemini, I apologise. UK Top 40 singles by ABBA that have titles of 4 words or longer, not including bracketed subtitles. So UK Top 40 singles by ABBA with 4 words or more. Try and write down a unique one. Is everyone in? Samira, what are you saying?
I'm saying the winner takes it all.
The winner takes it all.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one. Is that a correct answer? It is a correct answer, so you get a point unless somebody else has written the same. John Robbins, what are you saying?
In a hastily scribbled, misspelt, gimme, 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 a man after midnight.
Is gimme, 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 a man after midnight a correct answer? It's not, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. Angela, what are you saying?
I've actually written 2 answers because I thought that was what you wanted.
OK, I only asked for one.
Oh,
but,
did you? Well, I've got Loving Me, Loving You,
and the day,
before you came.
It's Knowing Me, Knowing You. So let's forget we ever said Loving
The day
Me,
before
Loving
you came.
So you're going to say the day before you
Yes.
came. Is that a correct answer? It's a great answer. Well, that's a great song as well. Dom, what are you saying?
I went blank for a bit. I wrote Fernando for a long time. But in the end, I did go for The Day Before You Came, which is my favourite ABBA song, actually.
Well, we know it's a correct answer. That's very, very unlucky. So the only person to get the point is Samira, unless, Samira, I've written what you've written.
Oh, you wouldn't.
Shall we see?
Oh, final twist.
Yeah, I thought
What
you
a
might.
twist.
I wrote, thank you for the music. So, Samira, you get a point there. Very well done. No points for anybody else. Here's other answers you could have said. Well done if you avoided anything we said and said one of these. Does your mother know? I do. I have a dream. There's Knowing Me, Knowing You. Lay all your love on me. Take a chance on me. The name of the game as well. So very well done if you said any of those that we didn't say here. Next question. Write down an answer for this, please. We are looking for African countries that are larger than the UK.
I'm worried.
Has everyone got one?
Yep.
OK, have you got one at home? Well done if you have. A tricky one, this isn't. We can all name the countries, but getting one that's bigger than the UK. John, we will start with you. What are you saying?
I've gone for Mozambique.
John, you said Mozambique. Is that a correct answer? It is a correct answer. Very well done. Angela, what are you saying?
I've gone for Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. And for any reason?
I'm just trying to visualise the map of Africa and work out which was the largest, and I thought that was it.
Excellent. So
But don't
Zimbabwe,
know.
is that a correct answer?
Who knows?
It is a correct answer. Doing very well so far. Dom.
I kind of looking at the map of Africa, quite a lot of the big ones are up top, North African, so I've gone for the sort of second tier down, Chad.
Chad.
I like the name because it also is the name you'd call your jock son if you're in America.
Yes, you would say Chad.
Yeah.
And it's
I
nice
nearly
and
went
easy
for
to write.
Chad,
Did
but
you?
I had a horrible terror that it might not exist anymore, because I remember it in my school textbook.
Well, you think it's been removed?
Well, I think boundaries change.
So many of them have.
Chad is still there, I think.
I think Chad's still there, surely.
I've been there, so I hope it's still there.
Is it a correct answer? It is. Blimey, everyone's doing very well. Samira, you're not going to let us down here.
Well, I hope not. But it's just that most countries anywhere are bigger than the UK. So I thought we had quite a lot of choice. So I went for Namibia.
Is that a correct answer? It is. That's lovely. It's very rare on this round that all 4 people score a point. And it hasn't happened here either, because I've written the same as one of you.
Oh, no.
Just about the only place I've been in Africa, so I went filming there. And it was Mozambique. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Break my heart, Osman.
So
We're
sorry.
happy with that. We're happy with that.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet. Let's take a look at some other answers you could have given. Did you avoid everything here? Pretty tough if you did. Algeria, Botswana, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, CAR. You could have said Congo. You could have had Cote d'Ivoire, DRC, Egypt, Ethiopia, Gabon, Guinea, Kenya, Libya, Madagascar, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, and you could have had Niger, Nigeria. There's loads, aren't there, that are big?
It'd been easier to go for a smaller one, wouldn't it?
I know, that would have been...
Somalia, South Africa, South Sudan, Sudan. God, Sudan must have been massive originally, if it's split into two when they're both bigger than the UK. And then Tanzania, Zambia, and there's Zimbabwe at the end. Well done if you said one that we didn't say. Last question in this round. Can you name me one of these, please? Beatrix Potter characters. Oh, I'm bad at Beatrix Potter. Who aren't rabbits. I literally think I only know one.
Yeah.
Other than...
I'm glad you're bad as well.
I think I only know one.
It's difficult. Some people at home will be amazing at it, though, I suspect. Angela, what are you saying?
The only one I know is Jemima Duck.
Ah, I'll give you that. Jemima Puddle Duck.
Well...
and she was a duck, right?
Yeah.
Is that a correct answer? It is a correct answer. Well done, Angela. Dom, what are you saying?
Well, I'd say this is the correct answer, Jemima Puddle Duck.
Oh, they got the same one. So no points so far. Samira, are you going to score a point?
Well, I was worried that other people might get... So I tried to go a bit obscure, so I've gone for Pickles.
Oh, who's
The
Pickles?
Tale of Ginger and Pickles. I can't remember if he's a dog, but there's two animals that run a shop.
Is that a correct answer? Well done. Dog called Pickles. John.
Jeremy Fisher,
Oh,
Jeremy Fisher.
who I believe is a frog.
Jeremy Fisher, is that a correct answer? Well done.
Well done.
2 points there.
I was going to write Jeremy Fisher, but I didn't.
Oh, really? That's lucky. Because I did. Jeremy Fisher is what I said. How about that?
Osman, you've
let's
absolutely done
I know,
that.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't think of any others. Let's find some of the others, though. Here are other answers you could have given. Well done if you avoided our answers and said one of these.
oh, Jemima Puddle
Appley
Duck.
Dassely, Jeremy Fisher, Johnny Town Mouse, Little Pig Robinson, he was a pig. Mr. Todd, he was a fox, apparently. Mrs. Tittlemouse, there's Pickles Pigling, Bland...
You're just making these up. I'm sorry. None of these Squirrel Nutkin. Timmy Tiptoes.
Timmy Tiptoes, Tom Kitten. I'm guessing he was a kitten. There we go. Well done if you said any of those. Here is your first category. Write me down a correct answer in this category. Football teams who competed in the Football League in 1888. So the kind of original kind of Football League teams, the oldest Football League teams. So you need a correct answer for that and one that nobody else says. What do you reckon at home? Vic, what are you saying?
I have no idea when football teams began, but I've put Newcastle United.
Is that a correct answer? Not a correct answer. That's unlucky. Gethin, what have you said?
We'll find out very shortly. Everton.
You've gone Everton. Is that the correct answer? It is?
Wow.
What do you, Gethin, if no one else writes Everton? Nikki, what have you gone for?
Well, I'm very close, but whether I'm right or not is a different matter, because I've gone for Liverpool.
Liverpool, says Nikki. Is that a correct answer? Tim, what have you gone for?
I've gone for Bolton Wanderers.
Bolton Wanderers, says Tim. Is that a correct answer? It is. Very well done. So that will be a point for Tim and a point for Gethin, unless I've written the same as one of you.
You better not have.
Gentlemen.
But yes.
I went for Bolton Wanderers. Sorry, Tim. Gethin, you're the only person to get a point there. Well done.
Wow.
Point for Gethin. Nothing for anybody else. Let's take a look at the answers you could have given. Accrington, Aston Villa, Blackburn Rovers. I nearly went for Blackburn.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you?
Nearly.
Burnley, Derby County.
Wow.
There's Everton, Notts County, Preston North End, Stoke, West Brom and Wolves. Well done if you said any of those. Next question, next category. Write me down a correct answer for this, please. Characters who appeared in more than 10 episodes of Friends who are not one of the 6 main characters. Oh, man, OK. And that is according to the IMDb website.
Just the first name, you mean?
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
I know what everyone's going to put. No.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
We're all thinking it, weren't we?
What do you reckon at home?
Great question, that.
Gethin, we will start with you. You said.
I started with Paul Rudd, who dated Phoebe for a while, but I can remember his character.
So you've said...
I've gone with Richard.
Tom Selleck's character?
Yeah.
So Richard, is Richard the correct answer?
What?
We went out for ages.
I'm amazed. It is an incorrect answer, I'm afraid. Nikki, what have you said?
I haven't a clue, so I put the cafe owner of the coffee shop.
Gunther.
Gunther.
You can't think of the name.
He's referred to as the cafe owner. I would give you that.
OK, if Gethin would give you that. Cafe owner, was he in more than 10 episodes? Of course he was. Well done. Yeah, Gunther is the name of
Thank you.
Character. Tim, who have you said?
I've put Eric, Eric.
I mean, worth a try, right?
I think
Eric...
he went to the cafe a couple of times.
It was
Eric,
best
you
friend,
mean?
wasn't he?
Eric.
I
Let's
don't
see,
know.
is Eric a correct answer?
I honestly don't know.
Vic, what have you said?
I've put Emma, Rachel's daughter.
Rachel's
good.
daughter. Because I was
Clever.
thinking about Ben.
Rachel's got a baby.
Yeah. No one's put... Hang on.
No.
What?
That's incorrect as well. 8 episodes.
No.
So, Nikki, you're the only one who got a point, even though you just put cafe owner.
Well,
Giffen.
Other than the fact that I wrote Gunther. I'm so sorry. That's awful. That's awful. Now, we asked for people who are in more than 10 episodes. I'm being told that Richard was in 10 episodes.
wow.
I mean,
More than Emma.
that's
When it's not your day on this show.
a bit harsh. Tell you what I'm going to do on that. I'm going to give you a point, Gethin.
Wow.
It's crazy not to have a point for that. He was in 10 episodes and we asked for more than 10
Yeah, that
episodes.
was impressive.
And so if you said Richard, I'm giving you a point as well. Well done.
that's
for that.
nice.
Well done.
No, it's a pleasure. Let's take a look at the other answers you could have given, though. Carol, Ross's
Mum.
ex-wife.
Trying out for an Eric, that list, isn't it?
Emily, there's Gunther. Janice, I know lots of people have said Janice and no one here said it.
Yes, of course.
Judy, Mike, that was
Mike was
Paul Rudd's
Paul Rudd, yeah.
character, wasn't it? And Susan.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that. Nikki, tough question.
Wow.
Next category, give me an answer for this, please. Eurovision participating countries that have scored 0 points.
So they haven't scored any points at all in the final.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Everything I'm writing down, I can just feel Richard writing the same thing.
What do you think at home? You've got an answer here? It's tough, isn't it? Because there's a couple of countries that famously used to get it, but it's been going a long time, so there must be more than that. Nikki, what are you saying?
I went with Ireland because they've won a lot, but one year they did spectacularly badly. But how badly?
Is that a correct answer?
Really?
Not. That's good old Ireland. Never got 0 points. Tim, what are you saying?
You know when you write something down, you think you spelt it wrong, so this is... Sorry, I think I've spelt the country wrong.
OK.
But Romania.
Romania.
How do you spell Romania? It's not like that, is it? It looks totally wrong.
R-O-M.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, I don't know
You
whether
obviously didn't think you spelt it T-U-R.
yeah, exactly. My first attempt came out as Turkey. That's how bad my...
Really badly spelled. Romania, is that a correct answer? It's not. I'm afraid it is not. Vic, what are you saying?
I just put the UK.
I think we know the answer to this. Is UK right? It is. So a point to you if no one else says it. Gethin, what have you said?
Because I just thought, well, no one said Janice, and I was wrong about...
I was thinking the same thing.
Were you?
Yeah.
Did you
no.
think...
And then I changed my mind to something completely random.
Thank you.
For
OK.
no other reason than why not? Iceland.
Iceland. Interesting one. Is Iceland a correct answer?
Yeah.
It is a
well
correct
done.
answer. Very well done. So, that is a point
It's random.
to Vic and to
If
Gethin.
you've got Iceland,
Please
I am
don't
not
have
coming
these.
back tomorrow.
Please.
I'll tell you now for a fact I haven't got
I
Iceland.
bet he's got Norway.
So, Vic, I went for Belgium.
Oh,
There
I
we
love
go.
you, Richard Osman.
Thank you very much. That's all I wanted to hear all week. That's all I needed. Belgium. It's Belgium. I don't know if that's a correct answer. It is a correct answer. That's nice. A point to me. I'll tell you an answer that is correct, Tim. Turkey.
No.
Yeah, I would have got your point.
He doesn't need points.
These will also have got you points.
Yeah.
Austria, Finland, Germany, Italy, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Monaco.
Wow.
Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland. There's Turkey, there's the UK, and Yugoslavia. Well done at home if you said one of those. But point for Gethin, point for Vic. That's the end of the round. Tab this away, please. Here is your first category. Steven Spielberg films that didn't win an Oscar. That didn't win an Oscar in any category at all. Michelle, a Steven Spielberg film that didn't win an Oscar. What have you said?
Jurassic Park. Wasn't
Jurassic
even sure
Park.
if that was a Steven Spielberg film, though.
Is that a correct answer? It's not a correct answer. It won an Oscar. Won a few. Matt Ford.
Hook.
Hook. Is that a correct answer? It is a correct answer. Very well played. Judy Murray.
I don't even know if it's a Spielberg film. I went for E.T.
E.T., I think it is a Spielberg film. Is it a correct answer, though? Has it won an Oscar? 1 Oscars, I'm afraid. Fred Macaulay.
The
Warhorse.
Geordie film.
Fred.
Our
Warhorse.
Aye.
Is that a correct answer? It is. Very well done. So a point to Matt and a point to Fred, unless I've written one of those answers. I have not written one of those answers. That's the good news. I'm kidding you. I wrote Hook.
I can see you do the double R's.
Amazing. Wow.
Oh,
so
no.
Sorry. A point for Fred. So sorry.
You know what? It should have won enough.
Let's take a look at the answers we could have given. You could have had 1941, AI, Always, Amistad, Munich, the BFG, Catch Me If You Can. You think some of these would have won Oscars.
He's
Empire
made
of
some
the
rubbish,
Sun,
hasn't he?
Crystal Skull, Minority Report, Ready Player One, Adventures of Tintin, The Colour Purple, Lost World, The Post, Sugarland Express, The Terminal, War of the Worlds. Well done if you said any of those and avoided our answers as well. Next category is UK Prime Ministers since 1800 who didn't go to Eton or Harrow. Michelle, who have you gone for? Maggie Thatcher, says Michelle. Is that a correct answer? It is. Matt.
Tony Blair.
You've gone super obvious.
Yeah, but then yeah.
Yeah, OK. Tony Blair, says Matt. Is it a correct answer? Absolutely. Judy Murray.
Sorry, Michelle.
Oh, Thatcher as well. 2 Thatchers. So you both lose your point. Fred, who have you gone?
So there were 2 Labour premiers back-to-back. So I've gone for the next one.
Is that a correct answer, Gordon Brown? Absolutely, is well done. So once again, a point to Matt and a point to Fred. But I have written the same answer as one of you.
Oh, what?
No!
Matt, honestly, don't panic.
OK.
I promise you. It's Tony Blair I've written.
Oh!
Let's take a look at what you could have said. Bonar Lord, Israeli, Attlee, Lloyd George, Heath, Brown, Wilson. Well done if you said any of these that we didn't say. Addington, Campbell, Bannerman, Asquith, Callaghan, Major, Russell, Thatcher. Chamberlain, Ramsay MacDonald, Jenkinson, May, Blair, Bentinck or William Pitt. Last one. I'm going to try and get 3 out of 3 against Matt. Any word of 5 letters or more that appears in the first verse of the national anthem of the USA. Matt, what have you put?
Proof.
Proof. It is a correct answer. Nice, good, obscure correct answer as well.
Well, I had to this time.
Well, that's what I thought.
Oh,
Judy, what have you put?
Light.
Light, is that a correct answer? It is. It is. Fred.
Early.
Early. Is early correct? It is. Michelle.
Oh, it's
Country.
It's gotta have the word country.
Yeah, sounds like a good answer. Is that right? It's not, I'm afraid. So a point to 3 people, unless I've written what you've written.
Oh, let's just do this quickly.
I wrote Dawns. So point to everybody. Well done. A point to Michelle, point to Fred, a point to Judy, point to Matt. Let's take a look at some of the answers you could have given. Banner, bombs, brave, bright, broad, bursting, dawns early. Fight gallantly, glare, gleaming, hailed, light, night, perilous. Proof, proudly, ramparts, rockets, star-spangled, stars, still and streaming. Stripes there through twilight, watched whos. Well done if you've got any of those at home that we did not. Your first category is US states that are landlocked. Andrea, what are you saying? Ohio. Is that a correct answer? It is a correct answer. Well done. So if no one else says that, get yourself a point. Phil, what are you saying?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Slightly worried about it, though. Is that a correct answer? Does that have a coast? It is a correct answer. Well played. Rita, what are you saying?
Alabama.
Alabama. Does that have a coastline? does have a coastline, I'm afraid. Yeah, I would have thought that was right.
Yeah.
There it is. And Adil, what are you saying?
I think I might have spelt it wrong, but Illinois?
Illinois, says Adil. Is that a correct answer? It is a correct answer. Well done. So we've got 3 points, Ohio, Tennessee and Illinois. You all get a point unless I've written down something that one of you has said, which I have in this instance.
Oh. Richard.
Tennessee.
No!
Come on. I do have a flag, which I know is different. So a point to Andrea and a point to Adil. The other answers you could have said, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Idaho. You could have had Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, North Dakota.
Oh, wow.
Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Utah, Vermont, West Virginia, Wisconsin and Wyoming. Very well done if you said one of those. Let's take a look at your next category. Write me down a correct answer in this category, please. Prime numbers.
Oh.
Between 1 and 50. Phil, you're like a genius mathematician, right?
I'd say so.
You got an engineering degree, but you do maths is your thing.
Yeah.
I might make it my mission to try and guess the prime number you write down here. I know that's bad.
Yeah.
But I have to triple guess.
You're going after me.
Yeah, but then I know that you'll try and avoid the one that I was saying.
Yeah.
It's going to be a game of cat and mouse. We'll go last with you, Phil. So, Rita, we'll start with you.
I don't know. 16?
16. Is that a prime number? Almost the exact opposite of a prime number. Adil. 7.
Oh, I've just remembered. Yes.
So it can be only divisible by 1 itself.
Yeah.
The prime number.
Oh, mine's not.
Excellent. Bit of jeopardy. Adil, is that a correct answer? It is. Andrea, what are you saying? 25. I think 5 goes into 25.
Yeah, thank you.
Annoying 5 times.
Yeah,
so that's an incorrect answer, I'm afraid. Phil, what are you saying?
I'll be very annoyed if you got this. I've gone left field, 2.
Interesting. Well, you say left field. Is that a correct answer? Of course it is. I'll tell you what I was thinking, Phil, because you know about maths. I was thinking the first thing you do is think of, 31 or something like that, and then you just go, no, because he's going to think of an obscure one.
If this is 2, I'm leaving the set.
OK. Oh, great. So I thought, you'll think I'll say a big obscure one, but there's too many of those. So I thought, I only have one chance, which is you double bluff yourself and go for a super kind of the kind of first one of all. If I think obscure, then actually I've got a choice of about 10. So my odds are 10 to 1. If I think you've gone for 2, my odds are pretty good. OK? So I went for 3 minus 1. I went for 31. So well done. Phil and Adil, you both get yourself a point. The other answers you could have said, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, then 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43 and 47. Final question in this round. Give me a correct answer in this category, please. Andrew Lloyd Webber shows that he didn't write with Tim Rice.
Oh, I don't know.
Andrew Lloyd Webber shows he didn't write with Tim Rice. Phil, we'll start with you this time.
I've gone a bit out there.
You have?
But I'm pretty sure he did School of Rock.
School of Rock. Did the musical of the Jack Black movie. Here's a correct answer, Phil. Nicely done. Glenn Slater did the lyrics to School of Rock. Rita, what are you saying?
I've gone with the not overthinking it bit. Phantom.
That's a good answer. Phantom, is that a correct answer?
Oh.
It is. Well done. Charles Hart did that. Richard Stilgoe did some of them as well.
Yes, I know that.
Adil's got...
It's not,
I think Adil's either said School of Rock or Phantom.
No, I haven't said either. Not a big musical fan, apart from the ones that Rita's in, of course. So I don't really know many musicals. This is probably the most obvious one, which I'm sure I probably got it wrong.
Cats, you're saying. Cats, is that a correct answer? Oh, it's a correct answer. Very well done. Andrea, what are you saying? Phantom of the Opera. That's annoying. So we know it's a correct answer, but unfortunately, Andrea and Rita, you lose a point. I've written down an answer as well. I went to see one very recently. A very good friend of mine's nephew is the drummer in it.
Oh.
They have like kids are in the band. So I knew it was Lloyd Webber. You know, So I said, I really did say it, School of Rock.
And that's why. Because you said, I saw it recently. This is a recent one.
Sorry, Phil. The other answers you could have given: Aspects of Love, Bombay Dreams, Love Never Dies, Requiem, Song and Dance, Starlight Express. Stephen Ward, Sunset Boulevard, Tell Me on a Sunday, The Beautiful Game, The Woman in White, Whistle Down the Wind. Tap this away, please. That's the end of that round.